What I'll share with you in this video is going to be 4 profound steps that will enable you master trading. And these 4 steps or 4 rules is simply going to cover areas like your risk management, areas like your psychology, and most importantly, areas like how you could enter a setup. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Divine. What I do here is document how I trade and make interesting videos that will improve how you approach trading. If you like content like this video, subscribe, and most importantly, drop a comment to simply engage on this video. I'll be right back. Now, the very first rule here is to simply understand the area of focus. And what I'm going to explain here is going to help you understand the area you're likely going to focus on. Your area of focus will simply be on how you can increase the amount of money you risk on one setup. Now, let's assume we will have like 4 traders here, right? I'm the number one trader because I own this channel. And most importantly, I trade a $1,000 account, right? Or let me just say, for every trade setup that I take, I'm risking $1,000 to get at least $3,000. And with this, I'm able to, afford some certain lifestyles. Let me say the third trader trades a $500 setups and make 1.5, right? The second trader makes something like 250, and the other last one is simply below $100, right? And all of these cost of stop loss determines the result. Determines the result. My point here is this: the logic behind the lifestyle you're coming into this trading with is simply to understand that it's the account size that give you leverage to be able to aspire to dream like the lifestyle you're seeing out here, and not simply the lot size. Your area of focus will simply be on how you can increase the amount of money you risk on one setup. This be able to understand and give you the lifestyle you're looking for. Why's my throat cracking? Right? This is the first tool here to understand the area of focus. Focus on understanding that for me to get the lifestyle I'm looking for, or the lifestyle that attracted me into this industry, I need to improve on how much I risk on one setup. That if I risk more, I tend to what gain more. But if I risk $2, I'm going to be getting $6, and I cannot even buy a breakfast. That's the number one rule you want to understand here. Now, the number two rule is this: how to allocate your capitals for risk management. Allocation of risk management, right? How do you allocate risk management to the capital that you have? That is the rule number two. Let's say, for example, say you have a $1,000 account. When it comes to risk management, what you have to do here is simply for you to decide how many number of trades you're willing to take on this $1,000 account. Do you want to take one trade and blow up the $1,000 account? Do you want to take 2 trades and blow up the $1,000 account? Do you want to take 5 trades and blow up the $1,000 account? You simply want to choose number of times you want to simply allocate portion of your capitals to a trade setup for you to make profit or for you to make loss, for you to blow the account or for you not to blow the account. That is it for allocation of risk management. Understanding the rules. What is the rule here? To understand how much you're willing to put up to a particular setup, understand how to calculate the lot size that will enable you get the accurate execution on your MT4, probably, or your MT5, depending on the one you're using. This is rule number two. Let's go to rule number three. The third rule now is simply for you to understand the psychology of patience in the market. That the moment you go to a market and you simply want to buy something, it's crowded, right? You simply want to be able to know what you want to buy and be able to identify how you can get to the point where you're going to buy what you want to buy. That same thing is applicable to the forex markets, right? You simply know how to identify a preferred setup. You know how to use your tools very well. You have to use what you need to use to simply identify a setup, right? And Next thing you want to do is simply be patient enough to simply allow the setup to form for you to execute. The same way you're going to be patient enough to walk around the market just because you're looking to buy. I don't know what you want to buy, but you're looking to buy something. You're patient enough to walk around the market until you identify it. Same is applicable to trading, where you simply need to understand how to be patient enough for what you're looking for to show itself for you to execute. That is simply the psychology of patience in the markets. Let's go to the first rule. The very fourth rule here, which sounds like a warning, is simply do not make trading your primary aim of income. That trading is simply a system that simply multiplies the amount of money that you have. That if you do not come into the system with a specific amount of money that you have, on the long run, you're going to lose yourself. And the only thing that simply sustains your ability to simply put in money is simply if you have a business outside of trading, right? And that business becomes your primary aim of income, while trading becomes the system that multiplies the profits you make from your business. This is simply the profound approach to trading. Because the moment you come here with nothing, the only thing you're going to lose is yourself. You'll be depressed and all of those things that happen to people who lose themselves. That's the fourth rule. The very fifth rule here is to simply think long term. And when I mean think long term, I also mean that if you're in the category of those who simply have a business that produces capital for them, while executing, while analyzing, you should as well think long term, right? If you fall under the category of those who simply do not have capital to simply produce funds for themselves, that somehow they have to rely on probably trading as their only means of income, then you should think long term as well, but this time differently, like a seed. That when you plant a seed, it takes time for the seed to die, and as well, it takes time for the seed to germinate. It takes time for the seed to simply bear fruit and simply bear branches, right? In this case here, you want to simply plant trading as a seed, right? When you simply invest yourself and learn very well from different places, then you could be able to teach people, right? You're able to think, okay, let me create a channel and I'll simply be my brand and make money from it. These are simply going to become branches and simply fruits that you can simply use to continuously recycle and fund your account. This is how trading is meant to be. I've shared at least 5 profound rules that will enable you understand how you could master trading by simply showing you areas you have to focus on. And these 5 areas simply covered parts like your risk management, your psychology, and most importantly, your patience in waiting for your setups. If you're enjoying any of this point and you simply want to join my mentorship class, you can use the link in the description to simply send me a DM and you can join the class. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Divine. What I do here is document how I trade and make interesting videos that will improve how you approach trading. If you like content like this very video, subscribe, and drop a comment. I will see you in my next video. Peace.